feels like you've entered a different phase with Trouba last year, and now with Adam Henrique
Chris Kreider.
Chris Kreider. Just feels like you've entered, sped things up a little bit.
Well, I think that we took a big jump last year, and I think that just reviewing last season, there's certain aspects that I think what I call low-hanging fruit, in the sense that our power play wasn't very good, and our penalty killer wasn't very good. I think that getting to average would be something that would be hugely beneficial in the sense of the win column, and then bringing in Joel, Quenneville, and we're getting close to having our assistant coaches be announced. That we feel we got a really good coaching staff, and now expecting our younger players who had pretty good seasons, Leo Carlson and Mason McTavish and Jackson Lacombe, Cutter Gauthier, those guys, expecting them to kind of take another step again with our coaching staff along assisting them. And so bringing in Chris Kreider, who, obviously had a down season, that I still think there's lots of goals for him to be able to score. He's a phenomenal athlete. He's in phenomenal condition. And adding, him to the mix there is a different stance, and I think the group's ready to take another step, and they're excited. I think they're excited about the coach, Joel Quenneville coming in, his winning track record. Obviously, he's a guy that demands instant respect and has the credibility to do it. So, there's a lot of things that are kind of exciting for the Ducks right now.
So the Kreider trade. Would you consider it have been a quick trade? You and Chris had some quick talks, quick discussions, or was this something you were exploring last year?
No, there was something that didn't really reach last year. I think at the end of the season it got talked about, and then we started to, we have our pro meetings. We talked about certain things. I think that what I just mentioned with our special teams, Chris Kreider is a very good special teams player. Whether that's power play, he's excellent at penalty killing as well. With his, just his speed that he can put down pressure down ice in zone for the PK, and his net front presence is, it's hard to beat. Point to a guy that's better at it in the league than him. So there's just a lot of positive in some of the things that we're looking to improve that Chris Kreider adds.
When you made the trade, I suggested that he would be a pretty good mentor for Leo Carlson. Is that a fair estimation?
I think there's a lot of things. Not only Leo Carlson. I think we had a meeting with Chris just prior to when his no wave, and I think, one of my observations is he's going to be good for our young guys, whether it's our young centerman, whoever he plays with, either Leo or Mason McTavish, in the sense he's going to be able to provide that speed. He's going to be a guy that I call which plows the road, for the skilled guys. And so certainly he's going to be able to do that, get into the net front presence. But I also think that these two young centermen are going to be able to help his game, because they will be able to get the puck there to him, and they will find him when he's open in the slot and battling for position in front of the net. So I think he's going to complement both of our young centermen.
Vote of confidence when a player agrees to join you when he's got trade protection?
Yeah, sure. I think there's obviously Chris is very familiar with a few of our guys and probably got the skinny on the inside, with Ryan Strome and Frankie Vetrano and Jacob Trouba. So certainly we've got a few extra Rangers former Rangers that we're hanging around that he can talk to and give a perspective. It's, when teams waive it says a lot. I think that it says, we're a team that's, starting to take a step and the focus is on winning now. I think that, I'm calling it a transition in the sense that we're transitioning out of the rebuild, and we're now starting to look to push forward to win and challenge for playoff spots for the next few years here.
How any chance you asked Jacob Trouba to put a good word in with his pal?
I actually talked to Jacob Trouba about him certainly. There's certain things that you like to know inside the lot, what's going on inside the locker room, and Jacob was able to provide a lot of good insight, and I think that which is very valuable, for us and for what we're looking to get done in our locker room, in the locker room and on the ice as well.